Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Munir Bahar, the Nonprofit Warrior. Right now, we are facing a challenge that we have never seen in this country, in this world, and we have to adjust. We are forced to adjust. So, what I want to talk about tonight is small business survival post COVID-19. How exactly are we going to survive as small business owners moving from this epidemic or pandemic, as they title it? This is a conversation about technical and inspirational guidance for us as small business owners. Now, when we talk about small businesses, just so we know, there are 30.2 million businesses registered in the US. And out of those, that amount, 25 million plus are small businesses. And we mean small, less than 20 employees. And really 99% of that number, 99.9% of that number represent small businesses that don't have any employees at all. So a large block of the small business community in America are small, solo, independent operators. Now, even if you have an LLC or an S corp, or even if it's a partnership and it's an LLP, whether it's a single member or multi-member, you're still in that category of a non-employee firm, meaning you don't have employees. So a business with just the members or the owners of the business working is in that category. So this is a very large block. And we are challenged greatly right now as we are seeing the effects of COVID-19 on our economy. It is challenging for all of us in most industries. And as daunting as this is, I want to encourage us. I want to first remind us that all battles are temporary. All battles are temporary, and they start and they end. Meanwhile, life continues. So what I'm talking about tonight is, how do we survive? And I want to give us some technical and inspirational guidance for surviving post-COVID-19. I know within myself, the confidence, the belief that I have within myself, I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to be defeated. I'm not going to let my business go to ruin. I have to do what is necessary to survive. The same way I have a responsibility of feeding my children, despite the economy, despite if things are up or things are down. I have a basic responsibility of taking care of my family, and I'm not going to fail. I am wired to win. I'm going to take challenges, so I'm going to sometimes fall down, but I am going to get back up because I am wired to win. So it is a certain mindset that we have to have. We have to have now more than ever. You have to have a certain mindset, a winning mindset, in order to survive post-COVID-19, right? So we know the challenges that we are facing. I mean, our economy has a large part of it has been brought to a halt. Consumer buying has been brought to a halt in a lot of different sectors. I mean, of course, people are still buying food and gas, and I mean, hey, even office supplies. There's a lot of people working from home. But a lot of things aren't selling right now. And so, buying trends or buying habits have changed dramatically, have been impacted. Our economy has been impacted in ways that it's going to take years to fully understand or see the results of. So, there's a lot of standing still for some, but, for those of us who are the wired warrior entrepreneurs, we can't stand still. We have to move forward. We have to continue building our businesses, and building ourselves in ways that we can ensure that we will survive post COVID-19. Right. So I just want to give a few survival tips. These are things that I feel could help the average small business owner, all small business owners. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we're all the same, or we're all faced with the same tasks and the same challenges. Yeah, some of us are different, but um, these are some tips that I know could help everyone. So one, keep a clear mind. It is very, very important right now to keep a very clear mind. A clear mind allows you to see more. I mean, think about a creek or a stream. Um, when the water flowing, it's clear. And I don't know, maybe when you're a child, I know I did. When I was a child, we would go and, catch little crayfish in the stream. But, once you disturb the dirt, once you move some rocks and things become clouded, and it's hard to see them. It's hard to see in that position, that water. And when we would go and catch crayfish, we would have to actually wait until the water clears again to kind of see what we're looking at. And so that's a parallel to what's happening now. There's a lot of movement, even though we're all in the house, there's a lot of mental movement. There's a lot of emotional movement that's happening in the minds of everyone right now. And why that is, I want to say important. It's understandable for those of us who are thinking down the line, who are trying to create, a vision or understand a vision. We have to have a clear mind. We have to be able to see everything, the total picture, concerning ourselves, concerning the state of our local community, our state community, our federal community. We need to understand what's going on in the business world, in the marketplace. We need to understand what our potential consumers or clients are thinking, are feeling. We need to see a lot. And so you have to have a clear mind, a settled mind, in order to really navigate through this as strategically and optimally as possible. Number two, in order to survive post-COVID-19, you need to have absolute clarity on your business. All right. You need to be clear about what it is you are selling, what it is you are providing, who it is you are targeting, what your message is. Everything needs to be clear, because right now the psychology of buying is changing. People, especially with limited funds, are going to buy exactly what they need and what they are clear on that they are buying. So if you have some gimmicky or some old, covert marketing approaches, and you're trying to upsell some things and you're offering this, but you're really trying to sell this. I mean, look, a lot of that isn't going to fly right now. And post-COVID-19, you need to be very clear with the marketplace what you are selling. Now, part of that clarity comes from a business plan. All right. We needed, as entrepreneurs, we needed a business plan before COVID-19. We need a business plan now, and we're going to need a business plan later, after COVID-19. I'm sorry, I meant to say pre-COVID-19. We need a business plan during COVID-19, and you're going to need a business plan post-COVID-19, because you always need clarity. But especially now, if you think you're going to survive and continue to build a business that will hopefully be lucrative. I mean, I'm not just talking about existing just to pay your bills. There's no reason to abandon, goals or objectives of building a profitable business and being very lucrative. No one says because of COVID-19 we have to abandon goals of making money, of building wealth. We're still going to build wealth. I mean, I call myself the nonprofit warrior, because my mindset and approach to business is that of a warrior. I'm going to win this war by any means necessary. I'm going to win. right? So the clarity is important for people to understand exactly what you're doing so that they can make very informed, rational, and committed purchases to what it is that you're selling. So a business plan. This is a great time. If you don't have a business plan, this is a great time to develop one. If you have a business plan, this is a great time to improve upon it, make sure it's tight. Now, everybody, or a lot of us right now, are or have to, and that's one of the points I'm talking about later, innovation. We are thinking of new things or new pathways or whatever. So your business plan is something that will or need some attention or some tuning if you already have one. You are going to need one post COVID-19. You are going to need one. It will make the difference between your business being able to advance or not. You're going to need a business plan. Now, again, I'm talking about advancement for people who want to advance, not for people who want to stay in the same place forever. See, some folks will start a business and they're here, and 5 years later, they're here. 10 years later, they're here. 15 years later, they're here. No, that's, okay, that may be okay, but I'm talking to the people who want to be here and then be here and then be here and then be here, that are steadily making advancements in their business. Okay? So, absolute clarity for your business. Next is this is a time to develop new methods to reach your existing market. All right. Again, things are changing. Some businesses relied on person-to-person contact. Well, that's changing now. But you still have the responsibility of getting to your existing market. So you have to, right now, develop some new strategies for communicating with your existing market. Okay. Very important. And you have to, literally, you have no choice, or you're going to stay here or fail, okay, and just go away as a business. So how do you connect to your existing market? How do you do that? What are the new tools that you have to use? What are the new skills that you have to learn? You need to be focusing on that right now. Next is time for innovation. Okay, don't assume the old stuff works. We know you've been doing this since you started. Listen, the world is changing dramatically right now. The world, it is changed. It's evolving, and this has been a divine event to usher in or speed up the evolution of how we are conducting day-to-day life and day-to-day business. So don't assume what worked before COVID-19 is also going to work post-COVID-19, or you may find yourself with the short end of the stick. So this is the time for innovation. Okay, you may have a core product or service that was successful before, and you can continue on. That success may continue on, but don't assume that it will. And it can't hurt to have in the toolkit some innovative tools that allow you to ensure your success post COVID-19. Number 5, this is very, 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 very important. Increase your work discipline. That is one thing you can do right now. Discipline is the probably ultimate guarantor of success, is discipline. Personal discipline and work discipline. Guarantor of success. Okay, so this is a time that you can increase your work discipline dramatically. You have more time to write, more time to research, more time to analyze, more time to organize, more time to create, more time to develop. This is the time to add more, to increase your discipline. If you were committing 1 hour before of reading, now you can commit 2 hours or an hour and a half. You can shift time around. If you were working on something for a particular amount of time, you can increase that. If you previously had a goal of at this level, then now you can increase to get your goal at this level. So increasing your work discipline is, again, a guarantor of business and personal success, and that you can do. It may not amount to immediately to a financial gain, but what it does is it builds your capacity, it builds your acumen, it builds your credibility, it builds your skill set. Okay, and that is going to result in a longer lasting business and a better business position. So increase your work discipline. Number 6, widen your network strategically. I mean, look, we all are spending a lot more time in front of the computer right now, which means virtually you are in a position where you can connect with a lot more people than maybe previously before, if you didn't maybe spend as much time behind a computer or on social media. So now presents that opportunity to connect to a lot more people, meaning you can really widen your network virtually, just without leaving your house. You can expose yourself to a lot more people globally than maybe you did before. So again, it's a great time to really build the awareness of your business with to a lot more people. And I want to say globally. I mean, why not? Yeah, you may sell some things locally, but I don't think it can hurt to have people who know you or know what you're doing around the world. I mean, you just never know. You never know. So I don't think there's a limit you can really put on the boundaries of a network, because you just never know. I mean, things are global. Business is global these days. All right. And the last point I want to talk about is for small businesses surviving COVID-19 or surviving post-COVID-19. It's going to come down to the belief that you have in yourself and the belief that you have in your business. So that's everything. If you believe that you will survive, and that belief results in an increase in your discipline and some of the other things that I talked about, following up, executing on the things that you should do to build your business, you're going to survive. You will. That belief will translate to belief in your business. If you really believe in your service or product, that belief is so great that you feel your service or your product has to exist. It's a necessary part of survival of humanity. If you believe that deeply in what you are doing, and you believe in yourself and your ability to be disciplined and to carry out those tasks, then more than likely you will survive post-COVID-19. So it's up to you. Again, this is about technical guidance, some inspirational guidance, psychological guidance. It's how you're using this here that is going to determine whether you survive or not. So just continue to connect with me. Again, I am Munir Bahar, and I am the Nonprofit Warrior. You can subscribe to the YouTube page, Nonprofit Warrior. That's what I want everyone to do. Subscribe to the page and follow the conversation. You can also connect with me on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, again, the Nonprofit Warrior. And I want to leave everybody with this Art of War quote that I have from the famous Sun Tzu, who wrote Art of War. And I kind of changed the quote a little bit to speak to the business battlefield. Some of you that may be familiar with the Art of War, you're going to know what I'm referencing this from. But it goes like this. Those who don't know their business and don't know their clients will lose every time. Those who know their business but don't know their clients will win and will lose equally. Those who know their business and know their clients will win every time. I am Munir Bahar, and I am the Nonprofit Warrior.